Hi there, I'm Chihiro from Japan. Welcome back to the program. Let's learn a life lesson from a story together. Today, I would like to make a deduction about reincarnation. In Buddhism, reincarnation is believed to exist. What does reincarnation mean? You are born, die, and born again many times. In Buddhist thought, reincarnation continues from the previous life, this life, and the next life. What is its purpose then? Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Let's get started then. The purpose of reincarnation. It is believed that reincarnation occurs to grow one's soul. Do you believe in previous lives, this life, the next life, and reincarnation? Buddhism believes that our life is connected to the past, present, and future. There is no afterlife. When I die, I will go to heaven, right? Well, nobody knows that. It is impossible to ask people who died about the afterlife. However, if you think that there is no reincarnation, there is no next life, then the only life you can live is this life, the one you are in now. Then people would think, as long as I'm happy now, I'm okay. That's all that matters. On the contrary, I believe we can get through the present difficult time because we have hopes and dreams that we want to connect to the future. If we do not believe in the future and look only at the present, we may end up spending an empty time in life. Now, let's talk about reincarnation from a Buddhist perspective. Think about the people deeply involved in your life in this world. For example, lovers and family members. It is said that the person you give your heart to and your friends are actually people who were deeply related to you in your previous life. Souls that were connected in a previous life grow and learn from each other while walking through life together in this life. You and your loved ones have had some connections since your previous life. You are attracted to each other because you had some kind of relationship. In a previous life, you may have made a promise to someone that you would be with them even if you were reborn. Or you might be fiercely seeking someone in this life with whom you couldn't be united in a previous life. Most of us have no memory of our previous lives, so we don't know the truth. However, the soul instinctively knows beyond time and space. You will be able to tell he's the one or she's the one. Now let's talk about your loved ones based on what I have told you. That may apply not only to the relationship between lovers and married couples, but also to one-way relationships and complicated relationships. Because being together doesn't always mean that the person you are with is your destiny. Souls who were a husband and a wife in a previous life may have been married to someone else when they meet in this life. They might be born with the same gender. Even if they are not able to be a married couple this time, they have a relationship with each other as an indispensable existence for the growth of their souls. In Japan, committing adultery is not tolerated. In that case, this is exactly what Buddhism teaches. Everything in our life is suffering. I have been talking about growth of the soul, but in a romantic relationship, the goal is for the two of you to grow together. There may have been a problem that you couldn't solve or something you couldn't learn enough in your previous life. I have told romantically as if there's a fateful encounter, and I wouldn't be surprised if you asked me, "Do you know who is your soulmate?" I would be so happy if I knew. Tell me. I can almost hear such voices. Yes, I do. I know. Because we are deeply connected to each other from our previous lives. Now, I will give you some tips. First of all, you will feel nostalgic. The moment you meet someone, your intuition kicks in and you would think, "What? Wait, it could be." Even if we're not sure, we somehow know. Despite we have no memory of our previous lives, our souls do. You would say, "I feel nostalgic," and feel love for them. Next, you fall in love with people you would never have thought you would. For example, you used to be attracted to people of the same age, but for some reason, you fall in love with people who are very different in age from you. Or they are of different nationalities. Or their appearance may not be the type of people you like. Because you and your soulmates were strongly connected in your previous life, even if they appear in this life as someone who is not your type, it doesn't matter, and you will naturally feel calm. You don't mind at all, and you'll get along very well with them. Because you were together in a previous life, your values and ways of thinking are very similar. You naturally become closer to each other. Next, two of you have similar atmospheres. A couple who loved each other in a previous life may look similar in appearances, such as facial features and the shape of their hands. Even though they do not look alike, they are similar deeply and essentially. People around them might say, "You guys have a similar vibe." And the next one is mutual understanding without language. Both of you say the same words at the same time. When you're about to send an email and are composing a sentence, you receive an email from the other person. It often happens that two of you are thinking the same thing. you can exactly say that the two of you are synchronized. And finally, you will have such a feeling that even though we can't see each other, we feel connected. Normally, wouldn't it cause you to feel anxious and painful if you're in a long-distance relationship? In the same way, if you both are in the same school or workplace, you may feel anxious about what the other person is doing while you cannot see each other for a long vacation. However, distance and time don't affect them for two people who were connected in a previous life, for they have met each other across the cosmic level of space and time. How was today's story? I hope you have felt a deeper connection with your loved ones. It all depends on the state of your mind and your way of thinking. We will surely meet our loved ones and family members in this life, again in the next life. The person who was your mother in your previous life could be your daughter in this life. The person who was your brother in your previous life could be your husband in this life. Or the person who was your husband in a previous life could be your best friend in this life. We always meet each other, even if we are in different positions, figures, or conditions. From the life we created in the past, we are living this life. And with the life we are creating now, we will live the next life. We have been kept alive in this invisible big universe. Wouldn't you feel more joyful if you believed that there is an afterlife? What kind of future awaits us? Imagine it, everyone. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully this video is helpful to you. Well, that's about it for today's episode. How was it? I hope your life shines even brighter. Let's talk about life, time, Buddhism, love, and many other things together in the following episode. Please subscribe to our channel. Have a great time and keep on smiling. Thank you for listening till the end. See you soon.